Hey y'all, it's Shonda here bringing us our channel message for this week of August 11th, 2025. The word we have for this week is called processing. All right. And Spirit was like, listen, we just got out of a Lionsgate portal. So you might be feeling really confident, really empowered right now. Really like, again, like last week, like you got your mojo back. Right. And then we also had our full moon in Aquarius, where we were being encouraged to observe the patterns, surrender the behaviors, learn to let go, learn to release, and what patterns and behaviors that still needed healing that we need to release in order to really allow some flow to happen in our lives. Okay. And I was like, okay, processing. And I had to take notes. Okay. And Spirit was like, it's time to start processing all of the things you are dealing with, sitting in, handling. It's time to begin processing all the things you've been letting go, all the things you are still working on letting go, all the things you know that it's time to let go and you feel like you're at a pause, right? Spirit is like, it's time to really start processing this week. Take time to process this week. And I was like, okay, well, what does that look like? And Spirit was like, start journaling. Spirit said, go blow that dust off that journal, okay? And just start free writing. You don't always need a prompt. You can just start writing whatever comes to your mind, and you'll get to the emotions, you'll get to the feelings, you'll get to the aha moment. Start journaling. And if you need a prompt, I'll put us a prompt in the description. Okay. Spirit was like, but it's really time to start journaling. It's time to start writing out everything. It's time for our brains to be giving the space and the opportunity. It's time for our voices and our hearts to be given the space and the opportunity to feel heard. It's time to stop calling 5 to 10 friends for their opinions and their advice when the answers you need is sitting in your spirit. The answers you need is literally sitting in your heart, and you're still going everywhere but outside of yourself to get the first opinion, to get the first thought, to get the first nugget of wisdom. And you keep underestimating how much wisdom and how many answers are truly sitting within your spirit. And maybe you know the answer, but the answer scares you. So you go outside of yourself, hoping you can find a different outlet, hoping you can find a different answer, hoping you can find a different way to your truth. But your truth is your truth. And it's scaring you because it is going to challenge you, and you are going to have to grow on the other side of this. And you need to start processing that truth. You need to start being real with yourself. And Spirit was saying a part of that process is you keeping still so you can have the reality checks with yourself. So you can begin to have those tough conversations with yourself. Spirit was like, where was it? Yeah, Spirit was like, you're using other people's problems. You're calling it, let me hold space for this person. And you're using other people's problems as a distraction from sitting in your own stuff. And Spirit was like, you could hold space, but it's called balance, because now it's stopping you from facing your own stuff because you want to keep showing up for this person. And Spirit's like, no, you got your own stuff you need to sit in too. You need to process. All right. The other way, Spirit was like, go take a walk. Go take a walk and really don't put in the ear pods. Don't do all the things. Just take that walk and sit with your thoughts. Now maybe right. I just heard the Spirit was like, maybe put in the ear pods, but don't have nothing on in case you don't want nobody to talk to you if that's how you move. But take that walk and really sit with your thoughts. Take that walk and sit with your thoughts. Talk out loud. Maybe if you're in the car, just talk it out with yourself. Talk it out with yourself and invite your higher self to talk back to you. Talk it out with yourself. Have that dialogue with yourself. All of that is also still building a relationship with yourself. All of that is still building a relationship with yourself. So process it within before you're like, yeah, going on a what do you think campaign. Like process everything. All right. And then, yeah, Spirit says sit still instead of, yeah, instead of letting other people's distractions keep you away from the things of yourself that you need to deal with. Continue to focus on your own nourishment. And Spirit was like, focus on your own nourishment. This is beyond just brushing your teeth. Spirit Spirit said that's survival self-care. When you're like, well, I brushed my teeth, I got myself together, I got a cute little outfit on. Spirit is like, that's survival self-care. That's the stuff you supposed to do. Spirit is talking about really nourishing yourself this week, doing the things that you would tell a friend who was in the same position that you're in and would call you for advice. All the things that you tell them to do. Well, maybe do this so you can take care of yourself. Maybe you might want to go do this. You go do it. You go do it. You go do it for yourself. You go do it important to yourself. You go get the massage. You go take the nap. You go do the extra thing. You go get the service. You go give yourself one of those like self-care, nourishing evenings, even when it's not a Sunday. Like, you go do it. And Spirit is like, all of that is going to get your energy and get yourself into a space of really being able to receive the clarity and receive the aha moment and to really process everything that you're sitting in and everything that you're going through and not even in growing through. The empowerment, the confidence, the courage, the grief, the whole thing. Because duality is real. You can be feeling both at the same time, but you also have to give yourself the space to feel it. Okay. And then, right. And then Spirit was saying, make sure that you're doing this for you. You got to do this for you. This is about you taking your own expansion, you taking your own growth into your own hands. Like, this is like, Spirit was like, this is critical right now. So please don't underestimate that. Your growth, your expansion, your capacity, it's critical right now. You got to process this stuff because God, spirit, source, of divine, whatever that feels like for you and your ancestors, they literally got that next door, that next chapter. It's like right there. They waiting to open it, right? They waiting to open it for you, but you got to be the person that can handle what's on the other side of that door. You got to be the person who can hold space for those miracles and those opportunities. You got to be the person who knows that they deserve that space and those miracles and those opportunities. So don't underestimate the work that still needs to be done for you during this time. Spirit's like, don't get distracted just because you're feeling confident and empowered. Yes, and now use that to process because now you can face it and you won't be scared to tell yourself the truth anymore. Use that to expand and grow because now you're ready to step into it without having to ask 8 different people if you deserve it and if you can handle it. Now you're starting to feel like you can. You're starting to know that you deserve it. Don't stop there. Keep processing, keep nourishing, keep growing through it. But you have to stay in that. I just heard committed discipline. You have to stay in that committed discipline. You got to stay focused. You got to stay focused and keep processing and keep moving through this. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Don't get comfortable because you're feeling good now, right? Still flow, but you got to process. Don't think because you're feeling good, now you could go you can go fix everybody else's problems. No, your stuff still needs some work. Your stuff still needs your attention. All right. I'm going to pull a card for us, y'all. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, all right, Spirit. Okay. All right. So we got the third eye chakra, and our theme for this week is imagination. So here are our affirmations for this week. I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. What we think about is what we get. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all these levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In the quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. Listen, Linda, that was our confirmation right there. Like, Spirit is trying to get us to slow down, be still, and process what we're going through. What do you want? What is the outcome of the thing that you're sitting in? How do you want this thing to unfold? How do you want this thing to end? How do you want this thing to manifest? Right? Get into some, I just heard straight up like this week, get into some visualization meditations that's going to allow for you to sit and ask yourself, what does this look like? How do I want it to go? What do I want to be wearing? What do I want in this next chapter? How do I want to feel? How do I want to look? Like, really, when we spend the time thinking about those things, visualizing it, that's what helps us manifest it, because then we begin to see it. It begins to slowly and surely become real when we begin to move like that chapter, think like that chapter. Who do we want? What are we becoming? So the first thing Spirit was like this week, straight up, visualization meditations off rip. All right. When we're looking at working with our third eye chakra, amethyst is really, really good. I love using angel quartz, or if you feel like your imagination and your intuition has been blocked, selenite is a really great crystal to place on that third eye. I put mine on that and go to sleep. Like, even if I'm not meditating, I'd be like, let me just go ahead and do a little 1 2. Okay. And all of that is really good for helping clear any anxiety you're carrying with around trying to discern for yourself, especially the amethyst. The selenitis can help really clear that out. Y'all already know how I feel. When in doubt, clear quartz it out. All right, just put that clear quartz on there. Get your whole life. Angel light is another good one. Things that's going to really connect you and your intuition to really receiving those divine messages, um not just from that crown space, but also through that third eye, through that imagination, through your dreams. Thank you, Spirit. Also, make sure you're recording your dreams this week. Journal your dreams. What have you been dreaming of? Are there any patterns showing up in your dreams? All of that is getting you to these answers. It's going to get you to your clarity. So you got to sit down and process these things this week. Okay, time with water, drinking your water, swimming if you need to, soaking your feet in the bathtub, take a bath. All of those things just help invite more courage through processing. If you do at home, these steams, right? Things that are really just going to gently allow for you to sit, nourish your body, and be processing anything that needs to be processing. I also just heard for people who are doing womb work, your castor oil packs. Mhm. Yes, and I also have just baths. When you're taking a regular bath and a regular shower, Spirit is like, and watch that water just flow over you. Let everything start to flow over you. Get that clarity. Process in those moments. Think in those moments. Don't just get in and get out. That water you're sitting in, that water that's flowing over you, that is medicine. So don't underestimate the power and the times in which you can really get some beautiful divine clarity and some really healing processing done. All right. For movement, things that are going to make you get out of your head and into your body to slow down and actually allow for you to breathe. Set those intentions before you start moving your body, because that is also, you're going to be moving it. And then all of a sudden, aha moment. All of a sudden, it's just going to come to you. So, anything that's not going to allow for you to almost like nothing's going to allow for you to spiritual bypass this week. Nothing that you got to breathe through, you on a quick time crunch, like things that are going to actually make you slow down and process, so your body can be processing it too. Whatever you're processing in the brain, you got to get that out through the body too, because it's still sitting in there with the same response. All right. So we really want to be doing that this week. I just want to see if Spirit has anything for us when it comes to our eating. Right. Yes. Spirit said, just think water. anything that's going to keep you hydrated. For herbs, I just heard like hibiscus is going to be really good if you're getting clarity, but you still need to tend to your heart. Peppermint is going to be really good. Again, clarity, opening up the heart space, but also still opening up that third eye too. All right. I also heard ashwagandha. I don't know if somebody needs to do ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is more like a sacral herb, but I get it if it's someone who really needs to be grounded in their clarity, their intuition, and if your imagination is directly connected to that creative portal in space for you, then yeah, ashwagandha is gonna make sense. All right. That's what I got, y'all. We processing this week. We out here in these streets. Let me know how it goes for you. If you need, I'm doing a soul care Sunday class this Sunday. It's going to be a sliding scale where we'll just do some real healing in real time. So we'll journal. I'm going to do some collective channeling for us. And we're going to take some time to sit and meditate and sit with our ish. All right. Go head over to the website. It's on the class schedule and I'll put the link below too. All right. Happy healing, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.